Hello and welcome back to Call of Duty Esports here with myself, Rel, and Momo. You guys are joining us here on the broadcast all the way from Birmingham here at I-56. We're having a great time, aren't we, Momo?
Absolutely fantabulous, I must say. Rel, I've got to interrupt you. Important announcement. M8, Vesper, Rapid Fire, High Caliber, all banned.
Hold on. High Caliber has been banned?
And the Shiva, Rel. It's been taken out of the game.
Well,
honestly, Bulldog may not be able to cope with this. I know they're a very AR-dominated team with Pato.
This is a turn-up for the books. This is something very unusual that we have not seen before. It's all bans. The XR2's gone as well. Didn't see that coming.
Do you know what?
I thought concussion or maybe overdrive, concussion, flash.
If overdrive gets banned,
I am going to blow my mind. I don't know if I'll be able to handle it.
If overdrive gets banned, I am going to blow...
You can blow my mind as well as myself blowing my mind. Because whoever is banning this is taking a long time. Oh! And there goes the overdrive. Well, that wasn't expected.
And the L-car.
And the L-car.
I mean, it's good because, in all seriousness, I mean, we're all seeing the same things. These teams have played before. We know what they're going to ban.
We're having a little bit of fun, of course. But yes, it's necessary. It's a necessary ban when it comes to uplink. As are most of the things, I think people all agree that they have no place in some respects. So, specialist draft being selected very quickly here as well. Annihilator, Heatwave, Kinetic Armor, Tempest War Machine, Scythe, all different. Finally, Scythe either side. No shock there. Kinetic Armor has also been selected either side, which has been brought into play a little bit more now than it usually does.
Kinetic Armor is one of my favourites, to be honest. Heatwave, not something I generally see with the uplink. I love it when people use the active camo on uplink, but it's not been chosen, and of course Overdrive, which has been banned. So playing uplink when someone uses Overdrive, it's really frustrating, so I understand the ban on that.
Yep.
But, you know, everything else pretty simple. For me, on things like uplink, I myself personally, you know, pulling out a Scythe or something like that, I feel detrimental using it. I'd rather use like my gun or something like that, but people like Cookie, like Jambino with the Annihilator, you know, they make it their own. I just feel when I try and use it,
it's unreal.
I know, it's just that kind of that half a second warm up.
I mean, I prefer using the abilities from an enjoyment perspective, but in terms of contributing to the game, there's just the Scythe is unrivaled in my opinion when it comes to. I
mean, it's always chosen. I mean, that speaks for itself, right?
Yeah, exactly. And of course, these players just having to adjust a few of their classes after that ban and protect that we saw earlier. So just psyching themselves up for this uplink game on Fringe, Momo, the dusty farm town.
All the way from the dusty, devilish
It's the dusty
Denmark
farm town. Alongside a launch nuclear facility, I believe it is. An abandoned launch facility.
From the cold winter morning of Stoke. Brings you Fringe.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys... everyone was taking the mick out of me when I was doing these little map intros at an event not so long ago.
Yep.
And it's actually, if you just choose a map, it gives you like a one-sentence overview. That's all I was quoting. I thought it was a suitable introduction to
the dark, dusty town
of
Alabama. We're bringing you Fringe.
It's not Alabama.
What, are you missing BioLink?
BioLink is not being missed. I didn't like BioLab. I didn't like Advanced Warfare.
Okay then. Didn't like it.
Didn't like it. Sorry.
It's not what you said last year. You said you loved it.
Oh yeah, well, that was last year. Things change, Momo. People change.
I used to love you. Anyway, kicking it off, Fringe Uplink. Rel, take it away.
Frindlink.
Nope, we're not having that.
Not having Frindlink. Okay.
Now, must say, Uplink, one of the hardest to actually follow. One of these days, they will implement something which shows... I know this little top left-hand corner, it kind of shows who picks it up, but it's not 100% accurate.
It's better if it would be reflected on the scoreboard in the top right. Same when it's searching this row, the bomb carrier, you kind of have to gauge who it is that way. It's not... I mean, you can have a look in the top left. I'm just saying it would be easier to track the other way. After casting a while, you kind of get used to a certain rhythm, but this is a very aggressive push very early on by Bulldog, and this is surely, no doubt, going to be some points being captured here.
Yeah, 2 points on the back of that straight away. You see Smithy picking that up. You saw the pass come in from Wizard straight away. And again, the drone has gone in favour of them. Smithy, the drone has actually been thrown over there. He's going for the manual pass right now.
That is a big pass indeed, and he decides to just go for the safe 1-point play. And already Bulldog with a big lead of 3 points after less than a minute of gameplay.
Yeah, and I'm going to jump on board with Pato. He did so well in the search and destroy. ICR1 now in hand. He's had to switch things up. He's not using that sniper rifle anymore, but the team's still doing just as well. Obviously wanting to get his revenge on Tricks. We saw them taking the series last time. Playing for this second, third seed.
See what's going to happen here, and as we've discussed, if you just joined in the stream now, that second, third seed highly contested for it does mean you have an easier route going into the double elimination bracket that will feature tomorrow here at I-56. £3,000 prize pool, lot on the line for these guys. So and a real chance for some players to prove themselves in what you could consider limited competition.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, best European teams competing here. Come all the way. You got the Millenniums, you got your Infuse, you've got your Tricks and Bulldogs coming here, battling it out here for this championship. Pato
is going to convert, and that's going to be Trick now taking 2 points. Still Bulldog lead though, only a 1-point lead in their favour. We are seeing now signs of resistance. Could this convert? No, it does not. That is going to mean Bulldog do still have that narrow lead.
Yeah, do you like the way I left that sentence for you to complete, Rel?
I do.
I just said Pato and you just took it away.
That's it. And they just bounce off each other so well like that, Momo.
Thanks very much.
It's alright.
Anyway, 3-2, Bulldog. Having a strong start here. Yeah. Pato still on your screen. I need to get off Pato. That's all I'm a big Pato fan. That's all I can say. Cookie, you're 3 and 5. Step it up. What are you doing? Let's see what he can do. I'm giving him the confidence.
Oh, I
3 and 6.
Sabavian takes him down as well. And it's Stifler who keeps popping up in my kill feed. It's Famous though, who's really outshining the rest of his team on a 9-4 spree. Good work by him. Still with Wizard of Bulldog though. Oh, and great plays there as the drone is thrown straight into the hand of Wizard.
Wizard didn't have a clue what he was doing.
Very confused. Jambino took advantage of that situation and found two. Having to do a bit of defensive work, Bulldog are now.
Yeah, and jumping on board with Stifler. See if he can live up to the name of slaying that I know he has. Heatwave in hand.
Let's see when he's going to use that Heatwave. Does have that ready. Oh, and that's a nice little kill there. We've got Kinetic Armor ready to use as well here. So all the specialists coming, getting to that unlock stage. But it is Tricked who have managed to secure some more points. 4-3, advancing ahead of Bulldog.
These teams are so equally matched. I mean, we've seen the hard point, the Search and Destroy going down to the wire. They technically, at the end of the day, possibly may play kind of 10 maps, and it wouldn't surprise me if it went 5-5 down to, you know, S&D 6-5. It just seems to be back into all the time. For me, the key play is obviously Pato on Bulldog. Famous has really kind of stepped up in this uplink, but also had a previous good couple of games. Does use that Kinetic Armor. Is going to secure the 2 point. The Kinetic Armor came into play very well there.
It's really good for making that push. If you pick up the uplink drone and use it, of course, there's just such a small surface area for you to be targeted on. So Trick now taking this lead, and again, I can't help but feel like Bulldog are throwing this series away. Yeah,
Bulldog, it kind of just, they seem to lack composure, the lack to able to almost finish a series out. They did it last time. They started off strong here. I'd be really, really disappointed if they couldn't kind of at least take it a few more steps further. They started off, it was 3-0, wasn't it? And Trick just seemed to have got straight back into it.
Yeah. Let's see what happens here. Pato manages to empty some shots out there. Put that top window, unable to find the kill. And Pato's just biding his time here. And he's not an aggressive player, really, is he, in this respect?
No, I mean, he's hardly in-the-face SMG. More of you kind of sit back, more reserved, post up, AR kind of player. However, trying to get in the mix here now. Does pick up the drone. He's wanting to make plays.
Changes the pace.
Yep, he heard me and he's like, Momo.
Oh, surely could have gone for the 2 points there.
I think he played it safe with the 1. I would have probably done the same, but I actually thought he was going to miss it when he threw that. I only just clipped the bottom of the uplink.
The trajectory does feel different to me when you compare this to the previous style.
It feels a lot better in my eyes.
It's always something that takes a while to get used to, just, you know, the grenade throws, whatever it may be, the satellite drone throws. So obviously you can throw a little bit more horizontally than you had to. There's no less of a loop, in my opinion. But it is going to be Tricked. Ignore that incorrect score, but it is going to be Tricked. There you go, 6-4 now up. It's tricking you. See what you did there, well done.
Thanks, buddy.
6-4 up in this series, so And again, it's 1-1 on the scoreboard, so still all to play for.
These guys, they keep doing this kind of slide and jump, which looks very, very nice. I'm going to have to ask some of these pro players how they do that.
Slide and jump?
No, like, they do it, it looks different. Like, just watch when they do it, it's just, you'll see, Rel.
I'm ready to see. I want to see Famous do it. So there's the slide.
No.
And this is surely going to be points. There we go. Trick managing to find one. And it's a great position to be in when you're 3 points up, because it just means that even if a carry capture went in on the opposing end, you're still in the lead.
Yeah. And Seb here, trying to extend this lead here for Trick. 7-4. Tries to make the pass, doesn't manage to get to the top red. And Smithy picks the drone up. He's going to throw it on top of that building and get rid of it. It's actually gone right over the top of the building. Maybe that was a manual pass here to Wizard. Wizard's going to pick this up surely and progress through the map. Doesn't know that this tin is clear. He's going to, again, make, whether it's a manual pass or whether it's just something to get rid of it.
Pass, maybe. No. It's just to get rid of it.
Rel, stop trolling me. It wasn't a manual pass. I thought it might have been, then I looked at my mini-map and nobody was there.
Nope.
Okay, it was a bad call. Hold my hands up.
There we go. Jambino now again at this central point. I mean, this map with Fringe, it's so difficult to just get a good lockdown around it.
That's a manual pass.
It is a manual pass.
Over to Stifler. Stifler's gonna... No, he's not picked up the drone. Trying to go for the kills. Not sure that was the wise decision. Just jumping out there so hastily. But Bulldog are going to shut them down completely here, unless Famous can do anything. Pato says no. 15-14. Cookie is 16-5.
Wow.
6-15.
Not bad for Trick, but Cookie really struggling. 6-15. I mean, on the flip side, Stifler, who had a great series so far, 8-14 as well, not standing out. So the big names to watch out for is Famous. We saw him doing well from the start, and I suppose he's just been consistent going forward here. With 2 minutes 50 left on the clock, we've not seen many points captured as of late, but Cookie absolutely makes amends and takes down 2 in great fashion.
Yeah, I've got to say, looking very nice. Brings out the side there. 7-4 is in the lead. Trick looking strong, and that's what I mean. I reckon he would have had him with his AR there.
No, I disagree.
However, Jambino, big fan of the name, I have to say. He's going to pick up the drone, get that extra health. Stifler picking up a 2-piece himself. Now this is where... Oh, he doesn't. The drone just falls there. Let's try and jump on board with someone else. 4 down for Tricked. I'm going to jump on board with... I was going to say Cookie, but he's dead again. Wizard, see what he can do.
Okay, Wizard, 19 kills under his belt.
Chilling with his Quidditch stick in the corner. 19-16. Beanie UMP'd.
Chilling with his Quidditch stick, apparently. VMP.
Was the only Wizard reference I knew.
I've only just got why you said it. I was confused there. Brilliant.
He gets shut down though. 20-17. Not doing too bad. I mean, the only thing with Bulldog for me is I think Cookie just needs to step up his game a little bit to be able to slay a little bit more. Maybe a few points on the board. However, Wizard back on your screen, trying to do some damage just so he can progress on the map. Fantastic kill onto Famous, but he's just not going to come to anything. That drone still sat there doing nothing.
Smithy just going for those long-range pop shots, and this is where we sort of see Trick slow down the play. There's no need to really capture anymore. Again, they have that 3-point safety cushion, so they can still survive a 2-point carry capture, but they are under a lot of pressure. We can see Bulldog moving forward. It is Trick, though, picking up continuous kills. Heatwave comes into play, disorientating the opponents, trying to change the play style.
Yeah, Famous does have that drone. Let's see if he can end this right now. Tricked, 7-4. He's just going for a bit of wall running. I think he's almost showing off a little bit.
That's closed it out. There is no way that Bulldog are going to pull this back. Surely. Still a minute left, though, so a lot of work to do for them. They've got to go for the carry captures. Do not have the opportunity to go for throws now. Yeah,
and the thing is, obviously, with a 5-point difference, they need a 3-point game. You know, they can't just relay it twice with 45 seconds. It's not looking good for them. And Cookie just throwing that up the middle street. 9-22. Really hasn't had the best of his games, but may step it up in that capture the flag. We saw these teams battling out, and you know it went down to the wire, but this is quite a convincing victory for Trick Rel.
Yeah, I've got to say they were dominant throughout. Really, we saw a little bit of back and throw in at the very start of the game, but as the game progressed, they were quite clearly in control. We can see that reflected slightly in the score, the kill death ratios as well. Cookie needed to step things up, and I've got to say, I feel like he was one of the reasons that Bulldog lost this. Sorry to call you out on that.
Yeah, I mean, I'd never be so harsh to say that, but I have to agree. But you all have bad maps, so going into the next one, I'm sure we'll be ready to get back on top on Capture the Flag. Cookie not having that. He's actually left the game. We saw it, Cookie. You can't escape
Not
us.
escaping. We saw it. 11 and 23.
Little double neggy.
That said, though, Cookies, I know Cookies a very strong player. I saw him in the series where these guys met beforehand.
Yes.
And he did really well. So as you say, people have bad maps. It does happen.
I've had a few myself.
There's even times where I nearly have bad maps. So, you know, we're all vulnerable to it.
All vulnerable.
Except Rel.
Except Rel.
But great play from Famous, 29 and 19 as well. So as you can see, him just stood out there in the winner's circle at the front.
Oh, Rel, you're killing me. However, guys, map number 3 goes in favour of Tricked. Potentially the last map of the series coming up next. Don't go anywhere. We'll be bringing you the Capture the Flag very, very shortly.